Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to IWA Warroom, episode 45, brought to you by the Shadowed City Podcast. I am your host, Larry, and I hope everybody is having a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, that we all may be. I got my morning donut at the 4 weeks of chocolate milk as well. We've got some good stuff to go over. I hope y'all are excited for it as I am. My co-host should be here soon. But we are also going to go over the recent IWA dogfight, the announcement made about the Grand Royale. We have this Wednesday some matches coming up, going to be some great stuff. And we also have on the 10th corporate ladder. Hello, sir.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Doing pretty wonderful. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Watching Good Times.
That's what it's called. Good times?
Yeah, remember the old show Good Times?
Huh. It sounds familiar. What was the context of it, if I might ask?
It was like a a black a black family from the ghetto with JJ, the one that's like dynamite all the time.
Oh, yeah. Great show.
Yeah, oh yeah, it can't beat the classics. I'm an old school guy anyway. I watch like in the heat of the night, Jeffersons. I watch all the old stuff. I really can't get into this new stuff.
Yeah, the new stuff is always hit or miss, just like anything that comes out.
Yeah, I rather watch the classics.
Hey, the classics are where it's at. We've always had these talks. Classics are the best.
Oh yeah, Three Stooges, I Love Lucy, all that stuff, man. Can't beat that.
Oh, yeah. Can't bring that back, sadly, because everybody tries, but they fail.
Oh yeah, it's either watered down or not enough water on it.
Oh, yeah. Or they'll go overboard and it's like, we don't need this.
Yeah.
Hmm. I was just telling the people about the huge announcement you made regarding the Grand Royale.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So did you get into the rules or not yet?
No, we're gonna wait for you for that one. I did not write them down, but fucking, you said that anybody gets to pick a champion of their choosing, the winner, and then the final six get to enter the chamber before Wrestle
Wrestle
Madness.
Madness. Yeah. So we're gonna do it like we did it last year. So
Okay,
the last six after the winner automatically get entered into the chamber. Then the winner of the chamber will choose the whatever the two champions that the winner of the Grand Royale didn't choose. And then the final remaining champion that didn't get chose, he will either get to choose his opponent or get to choose the match. So if he opts to choose the match, then we'll find him on the opponent. But if he chooses the opponent, then we'll just come up with a match on our own.
but
So
the champions are allowed to enter. Yeah.
uh no, I don't want to do it like that because
Okay.
that's gonna take away from other people. Now
Understood.
I did hear a rumor about a certain superstar holding his briefcase until that night. So I don't want to say who it is, but it's a superstar that kind of got cheated, and he's thinking about just catching people off by surprise and just cashing in that briefcase on that night. So I'm gonna leave that
Well,
there.
if anybody remembers, I believe the one that has the briefcase that kind of got screwed was Scar.
Yep. So I think he's gonna play it safe this time. So if I was him, that's the right move because we had somebody else try to do that and it kind of backfired, but we had another guy try that.
Mm-hmm. Anything
So,
could happen in IWA.
oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
And the Rumble is February. What do we plan it for? 13th or 27th?
Um, Probably had to do that earlier now to think about it, because I
Oh,
forgot. Yeah, I'm forgetting that they do theirs in January, and I was
okay.
trying to do mine. I was trying to push it back like 2 weeks so it don't coincide with they actual shows, because it's kind of hard to do our shows and then their shows, because people gonna opt to watch theirs over what we doing. So if I push it like 2 weeks off, then that should work or help.
Because we got corporate ladder this next weekend on the 10th.
Yeah.
But we also have a show on Wednesday where we have like a few.
So yeah,
We
we
had
might
the
have to
feast to
do that.
release Wednesday, and we have a number one contenders match for the sixth spot in the chamber, which Ari Hale is a part of after he left.
Yes, and you know what? So I might have to keep it in February then. I just said that.
Okay. And I believe we have another PLE this month as well. I after corporate ladder, I believe, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's a
Uh,
show class,
Start
right?
Sharp Flash. Yes.
All right. And what date will that be if 10th is corporate ladder?
Corporate Ladder is the what 10th, right? So
Yes.
2 weeks after that should be Show Clash. So it should be around the 20th.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we had a recent dogfight show, which was pretty incredible. I think you can agree.
Oh yeah, that was actually pretty decent. I think that was one of our highest rated dog fights actually.
Really? Really?
Yeah, believe it or not, that was one of our highest rated dog fights. So that was pretty
Crazy.
good. We had a bunch of upsets I noticed that night too. Bunch of upsets, I mean. But
Well,
we've been having some debuts,
hmm
re-debuts, people you know with the road to WrestleMania is kind of getting underway. A lot of people want to kind of throw their hand or their hat into they name into the hat. So we done seen the resurgence of Sir Scott Ryan, um, with tag team division is booming with the new set of tag titles that's coming out.
oh yeah.
Um, the unified championship scene is booming. Um, Jack done made some new friends. If you ain't noticed, the women's division is picking up. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. It's a lot of stuff going on right now. Now, to touch on that main event, the happening dog fight, it's sad to see, but then it's also a good thing to see because whether people don't want to admit it or not, to be happy that somebody lost is crazy work. But at the same time, whether they happy or they mad, they still watching. So, right? Am I
Yeah.
right? They're still
No,
watching.
yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's friendly competition, but people or in my eyes, people are kind of celebrating the fact that Leo got submitted by his own move, which like it's crazy work because it's just like a football game. Anything can happen on a Sunday night. So
And then,
we
yeah.
all know if the match was, and I don't want to keep coining that match Leo's match, but you know what it is. Like everybody who has really beaten Leo in a one on one situation, which I would lay this out because not a lot of people can claim this. But since Leo's been in IWA, he's only lost a total of 5 matches. So well, yeah, just let that sit there. How many? Not like I said, I'm not defending him or nothing like that. I'm just saying for the ones who's like excited he lost, he only lost 5 matches since he's been here. He's been here a little over a year. So just to lose 5 matches is not. Is yeah.
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 No, I hear what you're
So
saying.
yeah. So yeah. How many matches? Like you really got to just think about that. Um, like I said, with the newer guys coming in, um, what we got? What? Two of them, three of them who's undefeated, which is Bloodstone, um,
I think West
Clown.
Grim is undefeated.
Oh, well, four actually. Then Wes Grimm, Clown and Mystery, Wes Grimm, and Sir Scott Ryan, who just reinserted himself into the picture, who will be taking on Amen this coming Wednesday. And if Sir Scott Ryan can beat Amen, he will be inserted into the match with Logan Slater. Now, I have it on good advice that if that match was to be made a triple or stay the same, that we might end up seeing a death match in IWA for the Intercontinental Championship.
Ooh, that'd be nice.
So, to whoever wins or if somebody gets added, just know that Logan is going. He has the championship prerogative, so he can choose the match.
Yeah.
Uh, we'll also see this coming Saturday. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but at Corporate Ladder, we will see the re-debut, and this is really crazy. Hostility been in what IWA for what a little over a year, and we have not really just seen a tag team match with the original two members. So
Crazy to think.
that's crazy to think, right? So
There's
they
never been
will.
a time that they ever teamed. We can't ever look back like you've
I,
never
I
ever once
think
put them up
I
to
think
somebody.
there was a match, but I don't think it lived up to what we wanted it to be because the way the game was playing, because we didn't have the game
Okay.
set how we wanted to. So I
Yeah.
don't think the match came out like a banger. It was kind of a one of those situations where I was just getting in the mix of doing this, so the match came off pretty bad. And I think that's when we started doing the whole them going singles. Because believe it or not, I think their first match was against the Shaolin Warriors, and I think the Shaolin Warriors won, but the game was like real glitchy around that time. So
Yeah.
it was like one of those things where it was the match wasn't good at all.
And this was on the previous game, if I
No,
recall.
yeah, Daryl, me and Shaolin King, I think we did team up to face you guys, or was it? I might be wrong. I could have
Was
sworn
it
that
you two
we
or
did.
was it you and VJ probably?
No, it was me and Shaolin King faced them.
Okay.
It had to been in the 24 season.
Okay. But I thought you were a VJ for the good pound of 24 as well.
That was towards like getting close towards the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because me and Shaolin King, that was just a one-off situation.
Yeah.
But I got to go back and look. But I could have sworn it was Hostility versus Shaolin Warriors, just like a one-off.
All right.
But like I
And
said,
we could,
the match was no good only because that's I think we was starting off trying to do the show or whatever. So the
yeah.
match didn't come off that good at all. Not that I can remember.
What we could do, since I love doing a little bit of research, I could go back into what you recently posted on YouTube and some of the past stuff and look at that. Because you
Okay.
had you started to post up stuff. If you want me to reveal that to the world, that on you don't
Yeah.
have just the Twitch no more. You've always had the YouTube, but you recently started putting up the recent videos.
Yes. So I don't know when that match could have happened. It probably could have happened around when we did that. We was introducing the U.S. tag titles. I'm thinking that's when it
Okay.
happened. I
Okay.
could be wrong though. So it was like an early match. I can't even recall when the show was, but I'm sure we did that match.
All right. But this time around, we are going to see them more team up together in like a
Yeah,
more
yeah. So
standard.
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
Daryl Williams has reactivated himself in the tag team division with Johnson. So him and Johnson will be the team. So that's at the request of him.
Understood. Understood.
That they actually will be the team. So they'll be taking on the team of Mighty and the partner that he has chosen. Now his
Yes.
partner was going to be somebody that they was teasing, but that didn't go through, and that would have been fun to see that. But yo, but yeah, that Good morning, sir. How you doing? That match pretty much wasn't gonna work either way. Um, Mighty had like three different people that he had in mind, but he landed on one that I think this is gonna be a good match. Me personally, because it's gonna be the trial run of the tag team Iron Man. So that's gonna be interesting to see how that works out.
Heck yeah,
Um,
and welcome Wes Grimm, welcome Leo Blade, welcome Daryl Williams, welcome the final boss 23. Good morning to you too, Wes. And Daryl Williams does not recall a time. He says he does not know. Maybe you guys did face off. And Leo did pop in saying, here we go. We need a tag run in IWA. There's work to be done there, says Daryl.
yeah, yeah, and that's like I said, that is just if you really just think about that, that is crazy work that they have never really just had a tag run in IWA. It's
Sadly.
been yeah, sadly, it's been different incarnations, but it has not been the true hostility tag run. So yeah, we'll get it done. We'll make it work this season with the new set of tag titles, and then like the match that I had suggested not too long ago would be my perfect world at Wrestle Madness. It'd be Hostility versus the Standard in that pure tag team match. Who knows?
Ooh,
It might
that's
be title for title. It might be one or the other.
well, I
So
would love to see a champions versus champions when we have both set of tags because we still have that new set of tag titles that needs to be rewarded. What if there was a day where we saw the standard take on the winner of the set tag team titles in just a regular tag match, non-title? That would be good.
yeah, that would be good too.
Yeah.
I think that's a match for a lot of people because if you man, the Standard been just you seen what it's a dog fight. They dog walk the Shaolin Warriors, the new version of the Shaolin Warriors.
They dog walk everybody that's came in contact with them. Sorry to say.
Yeah, so it's yeah, that's man. And see, a lot of people would like to believe that they're being controlled or they're being pushed to win these matches, but you can see everything is AI versus AI here, and they just they that team, man. They hard to beat. They're
They're the
very
team to beat.
strategic, and if you notice, they keep you in their corner. So they got the art of tag team wrestling down.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing. The
Oh
name,
yeah,
the standard, kind of sets a tone for who you're dealing with. I think you have to live up to that name. It's kind of like Mr. Perfect. When you're being called Mr. Perfect, you have to live up to that name. And look what he did in the ring. His drop kicks were on point. His promos were on point. His wrestling was on point. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. So yeah,
Hey,
that is the equivalent of being called Mr. Perfect at that point. Yeah, called the standard. You got to be the standard of the tag team division.
exactly. That name just gives solidifies. What could I call it? It solidifies. Forget the terming of the word; it will come to me later. But it
Yeah,
solidifies something great, if that makes sense.
yeah.
And I can't wait to see what goes on with them. And if you don't mind, do you mind if we get to this IWA dogfight card that we had happen?
Yes, sir.
And it was the Intercontinental Champion, IWA Intercontinental Champion, Logan Slater versus Sir Scott Ryan, with Sir Scott Ryan picking up that role that we've been talking about.
Say it one more time. It had cut a little bit.
Oh, oh, my bad. IWA Intercontinental Champion Logan Slater versus SSR Sir Scott Ryan, with Sir Scott Ryan picking up a win in his continuing streak.
Yeah, with that, I'm not surprised he won because Logan coming off that match he had when he kind of went away to go take care of some business. So I think he was still hurt from his Cage of Carnage match. So Sir Scott Ryan took advantage, but he a dog either way. So that was just gonna be a fight. And
And this was a different side of Scott. If we remember, he was much more different.
yeah, almost clown like. Uh, I don't know this. I don't know. It's kind of weird seeing because you're so used to Sir Scott Ryan being I don't want to call him a playboy, but just being uh being Sir Scott Ryan. But now you kind of see
Being
him like
a charismatic hustler is what Clown
yeah.
described.
Now you kind of see him as a like he's I don't want to say schizophrenic, but he has a split personality where he could be all about money, but then he could be all about playing mind games too. And I think he just psyched Logan out, and Logan had his mindset on Artem. So, uh, and then as you've seen, Artem Novak is kind of playing mind games with Logan as well. With his faction he got going over here. So it's a lot going on. It's interesting to see where this Intercontinental Championship picture is going to end up at as far as Wrestle Madness. I'm excited to see it. So we'll see where that lands.
Most indeed, most indeed. And next up was the Shaolin Warriors, Hayabusa and Shaolin King versus the IWA Tag Team Champions, the Standard, Pierre Stone and Tucker Watts, where the Standard won, which we did just talk about.
Yeah, they didn't win. They dog walked. That was a dog walking. They even took him off the leash. That was a dog walking there. But see that comes from Shaolin King kind of not being fully focused, I believe. So I think he just needs to figure out he just needs to figure out what he needs to do to get his head back on the swivel or back on straight because as you seen him and Lewis West kind of had some words backstage before he kind of went out. So I think that had a lot to do with him not really being focused.
Yeah.
Not to bring up anything drama like with
Yeah, no, yeah.
mixing it with hostility's name, but from what I had heard about backstage was Crystal King was involved in the argument, and it was a bunch of stuff being said between Lewis West and Shaolin King, and Crystal got involved. And when we get to her match, I can elaborate more on that. But just a lot of stuff was said, and she came up short, and well, he came up short. I don't know how Hayabusa feels about that, but if they want to be a hit in the tag team division, like the first incarnation of Shaolin Warriors, you gotta kind of keep your head on the swivel. You gotta keep your head on straight, and you can't do that if you stuck in, like Leo just said, a love triangle. You can't
Yeah.
win titles when you, well, for some you can because Lewis West won a title, but it just, in my eyes, it makes hostility look toxic. So, in saying that, how can they go and defeat the Standard if that was the case? If they have like drama within the group,
I hate to be this guy, but I am going to point out the fact that you just pointed out right there. Hostility is a talented, talented team. There is no doubt we know what the group is about, but they have been not in the tag division. And I believe Daryl himself has stated for people that come in, they're probably not going to win their first time around. And no offense, this could be the biggest challenge Hostility has faced in a long time. And who knows, maybe they might just get dog whopped again. Not saying that they won't put up a good fight, but the standard has just been on a different level.
yeah, and
That
that's what's I think that's why you notice the tag team division has been kind of booming lately. A lot of teams have been coming to IWA because they see what's going on, and you hear all this talk about this one team here, and nobody can beat them. And then we have this monster team in the eighth day, and they can't beat them. And they find in every way to like outsmart their opponents, and that's what they did. The eighth day won the match, but didn't win the titles because the Standard took the count out. Instead of getting back in and finish the match, they took the count out. So they have their match coming up, I believe, at the corporate ladder too, where they're defending their titles against the Eighth Day again. But
Wow.
we, from what I know, the count out is supposed to be taken off. There's supposed to be no
Oh,
count out.
oh, well, I feel like that could also play to their advantage, but at the same time, I feel like the standard could also take advantage of that. They are smart. We have
Yeah.
learned this already.
Oh
They
yeah.
literally outsmarted two big behemoths into a countout.
Yeah, and then the fact that Scott's been kind of, doing his thing with the singles run or whatever, but still trying to maintain a tag team with Hunter, will they take advantage of that?
Yeah, that leaves a lot of questions. And Daryl Williams says you can't focus with dogs in your yard. That is a good point. But can the Eighth Day stay focused against the standard? That remains to be seen because we have a few days until that happens. Will they be ready, or will they be denied again?
Yeah, and I'm gonna state this too. Um, Usually I don't do this, but if they were to lose those tag titles, I'm gonna ensure they get a rematch only because the length they have held the titles.
Well, yeah, I feel like they deserve a rematch. Like,
They
there's
would
no way
they
they
would
couldn't
get
get the
they would get their rematch, of course, but me personally, I don't see nobody really beating them right now, and with hostility reactivating themselves in the tag team division, I can't see them beating them right now. So there is one team I do see, but that team will debut Saturday, and
Yes,
I think
there
that's the
is a new
team.
team coming. There is a new team that you told us about. Like, we've seen the video. Can you
Yeah,
tell us something about this?
bless you. Now, bless you. There's a couple of people who are. I will say that the team is already there, and I don't think nobody realizes who the team is. But the team that's debuting is already there.
Oh,
They have just yet to reveal themselves. Like I say, with the tag team and the faction scene kind of building in IWA, some have chosen to kind of stand clear of that and just keep the course they are on, which is fine. But then sometimes you got to kind of get in where you fit in too at the same time too. So just kind of just keep your eyes peeled. I think people gonna be surprised at what we're gonna see. We seen what could be the team, but I don't think everybody knows exactly what the team is and who they all consist of. Because if you notice, it's a women's faction slowly forming too, and I don't think that faction is done forming.
yeah.
So I think we in the midst of seeing some wrestle wars, no pun intended, in IWA.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting. And I do want to speak on this since we talking about tag teams. And I'll let you elaborate on this if there's any truth to it. I heard that Eddie Walker and Nomad might start teaming soon in IWA with the eighth man tag team titles kind of going away. But I do have an announcement on that as well. But that's that's the rumor I heard. Now I heard that also too that Homeless Henry and Homeless Dave will be a tag team going forward as well, and they have been entered into that tournament for those new tag team titles as well. But would you like to elaborate on the rumor of Nomad and Eddie Walker possibly joining the tag team division IWA?
Well, recent events, they lost. As you guys saw, the SPW tag team titles together, and Eddie and Nomad have respect for one another, especially when Unhinged comes out, which is Nomad's darker, much eviler persona. Now, Eddie Walker, the last time he was here in IWA, he had a triple threat match with the Mighty and Severus Crowley, and that was a Monsters Ball, and Eddie won. Eddie has been somewhat quiet since, but he usually just waits until the next challenge arises. He's just been waiting and wait. But if the Echoes of Chaos, as far as I know, they're coming here, I really would not doubt it. They are always looking to expand in different ways.
Okay, so
So I think we could be seeing them sometime in the near future. And I do want to elaborate on what Daryl just said here. Man, the standard might not even be the champions by the time we get to them. We aren't jumping right to the title picture. You may not be jumping into the title picture. I respect that. But at the same time, we have seen many teams who work their way up to the title picture and then they meet the standard and then they get dropped down. I'm sorry to say.
yeah, not to be
That's
hostile about it.
that's just a sad fact. I have no doubt in Hostility's abilities, but even if they do make it past all these other tag teams, can they beat the standard? That is the question.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes. Now, we can move on to the next matchup, which, oh, you're going to love this one. The Mighty versus Prop Time JoJo, with the Mighty walking out victorious.
Yeah, pretty much what people are seeing is that the Mighty is having a awakening. Um, he's pretty much letting everybody know that 2026 you might end up seeing Mighty forming a legacy for himself, looking to become the crown jewel of IWA. So
Mm,
we'll see. We'll see where that that goes. But first, Mighty has to take care of some business with hostility. Um, he's looking to spoil their return. So oh, speaking of which I'm yeah, Mighty's looking to spoil some returns and play spoiler. That's all Mighty looking to do. He's not looking to start no trouble. Just like he said yesterday, he's looking to go kick an old dog to see if he still got some bark in him.
indeed. And
That's all
speaking of
he's looking
which,
to do.
one of the men that you'll be facing is in here with us right now. Welcome, Daryl. And Daryl, I do want to elaborate what you said. Nobody is unbeatable. You are correct. But anybody that has faced a standard, no matter how long it took them, they have
Yo,
lost.
JoJo in the house.
Yes,
Yeah,
primetime
well,
JoJo's in the house.
nobody had beaten Goldberg until he ran into Kevin Nash. I mean, nobody had beaten Oscar until she ran into whoever it was that beat
Charlotte.
Oscar. Yeah, it ain't nothing, man. Like I said, by the time we get to the title picture, by the time we even get close to it, the standard might not even be the champions anymore, man. It's not that we're looking past the standard. It's just that we're not necessarily even looking at the title picture right now. We're just getting into this in IWA. We're just getting our feet wet in the title picture. We're not looking to have any kind of special regard or anything like that. We're going to start at the quote unquote bottom because there's not really a bottom in IWA. We're going to start at the quote unquote bottom and we're going to work our way to wherever we get to. We don't care about the standard right now. The standard's not even on our radar. It's not, who gives a fuck?
It's true. It's true.
Well, well, when you guys do meet them, I wish you the best of luck. But now we need to see who you face when Mighty picks out his tag team partner, whoever it may be. You threw out a lot of names, and it seems like you have been watching Daryl. You think it's one of his old tag team partners, what it looks like.
Yeah, I was playing around, backstage playing around with him and throwing some names out and it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see who he brings up against us. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, like I said, we almost did see the team of Mighty and the Gucci guy. That was almost a thing, but due to other negotiations, that couldn't happen. But that was almost a thing.
And
That
Gucci
would have
guy,
been very funny, very very funny.
Gucci, Gucci guy don't want it in IWA, man. That's all that is. He don't want it in IWA.
Well, apparently there's a fake version of that character running around, which is hilarious. That's very hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah, you'd be surprised.
I guess everybody's got their heroes.
Yeah, everybody do got their heroes, and
Yep.
apparently the
Yep.
standard has their hero too. Because I want to know who brought these guys in. They have to know somebody here because they got a lot of mannerisms of somebody I don't want to point out, but they have a
Mm.
lot of mannerisms. And
I if you're not gonna point it out, I definitely will because I feel like the comments have been there. Who do you has always admired the standard? Leo
I,
Blade. Who has always emphasized the standard? Leo Blade.
I ain't gonna say no comment to that, but
I'm just saying it's pretty obvious when you look at the chats, when you look at the comments, who has always admired them? Him. Just saying.
he did say that he's not looking to get into any gang warfare. He's here
He
just
may not, but that doesn't mean he can't admire the group, right? What's wrong with
Uh,
that?
yeah.
that's true.
But
So
what's going to
it's
even suck?
obvious. I feel like you're trying to deny it when the facts are all there.
Yeah, because they denied too backstage. They say
Yeah.
they don't know the
Oh, you're
guy.
doing great, Standard. I wonder
Yeah,
who said that. Leo Blade.
they say they don't know Leo. I was like, that's crazy work.
Sorry. I feel like it's obvious. We all know who admired them. Now, I never said he brought them in, but admiring them, that is something we need to watch out for.
Somebody brought them in because they know too much too early on.
Well, technically, the one that brought him in is the one that signed him. So, boss, it's gonna have to be up to you.
Yeah. Not that's on me. Not that I'm starting any shit, and I've seen that. I'm not starting no shit. I'm just saying that they definitely did their homework before they signed. So it's they can wrestle a good tag match. I'll tell you that. And they are the only team to have won that hustle and money match that was created. The fatal four way elimination. They have won that match twice back to back.
Yes,
Nobody has done that.
I believe that's how they won the contendership to become in line for the tag titles in the
Well,
first place as well.
there was a team who has done that back to back, and you're talking to one of the people who has been in that match and has won it back to back on a house show.
Yeah,
So can the Mighty be one half of the team that can defeat the Standard and go and defeat Hostility again? Hey, we don't know.
that does remain to be seen. And Leo Blade just said, "Bring Gucci over here. I got a white flag for him." Chris, quit trying to start shit. Listen, the Standard is a couple dudes that love to drink bourbon and win titles, so I don't know what to tell you. Then Big Bad Baby Daddy walked in and said, "Could be a knockoff of the Gucci God."
Oh god.
Good lord.
So we talking about the Gucci guy. Are we talking about the the Baltimore guy? Or are we talking about the Kool Aid man?
Oh
'Cause
boy.
there's two Gucci guys.
Which one's the real one? Who started out first?
It's hard
Be
to
more.
tell.
Wasn't be more, wasn't it?
Uh, it might have been, yeah.
Yeah.
Then he got
Because
censored, and then you know he turned into a monster and started doing headhunter stuff.
yeah.
Then got outshined by the Mighty,
I've got to raise my hand into the coffee
and
stream,
then turned into a nobody.
which you don't have in the stove. Big Bad Baby Daddy just said, "Who knows? Somebody came from the bodegas."
Bodegas.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know about that. That and see, since Leo said that, I'm gonna speak to that. When I brought Leo in, that was one of the first people who was bitching about it because he knew what that was gonna mean for him. Because he was one of the people who was bitching about Duro being in the title picture as well.
Well, how much times did B More even defend the title? I thought he did not want to.
He defended enough times to lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a song for y'all. I'm gonna wait before I debut my new music, but I found a mighty song finally.
I don't think that's the only one that's debuting. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, we found some stuff. Man, that's what I said. I've been doing some research, man, and oh yeah, I'm getting my ticket soon too, but I'm gonna try to get some front row seats to
Leo
The
Blade
Barney
says it's
song.
the Barney song.
oh god, oh man,
The Barney song.
Good
yeah, that's
lord.
but yeah, that Leo man.
Hey, he is the legacy champion. He has the right to say what he wants when he
And,
wants, and he
and what's crazy is how organic all this came full circle as far as that championship becoming what it became. It's like how all the titles kind of coincide with each other because if you didn't have the U.S. title, you didn't have the legacy title. But then it took the two guys who elevated the U.S. title to make it the legacy title. So, and Daryl have said this before, the guy who beats Leo is a made man. But then you would have to do something with that too because
Yep.
we
Let's
already
hope they
kind
don't
of know.
fumble.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fumble if you can't. Now, like we'll get to that match when we get to it, but if
yes,
that guy who did what he did Wednesday can't do nothing with that, and he goes on to lose Saturday, you basically fumble. So you,
Oh
in
yeah.
a sense, you prove Leo's point.
yes, indeed.
So that's why the loss didn't really do nothing to him because it don't change the fact. It's just it's anybody can win. It's like football. Like I said, football any given Sunday, anybody can
Yeah,
get lucky.
indeed.
So
So a lot of people don't understand. You know, a lot of people don't understand the magnitude of the accomplishment. You know, this is a game and all that, but if you look at just historically speaking, what certain people have done in certain places, if you look at what Leo Blade has done, if you look at what Daryl Williams has done, or Wildman, or you know, Mighty, many people, and when you beat them, you didn't. Yeah, you beat a call. You beat a call on a game. Sure, you did that, but this call on this game has history in this game, and what you just did was you beat a call that has, like, for instance, someone whoever it is that beats Leo Blade. If you just beat Leo Blade, now if you know anything about the history of just IWA alone, you beat Leo Blade, you beat somebody, man. And don't fumble. Don't fumble.
yeah, so that elimination chamber, it's a lot, and that's the main event of corporate ladder. So there's gonna be a lot of eyes on Lewis West, only because you
But
did what
we
you did
still don't
Wednesday.
know the sixth man or the people besides Ari Hale that is going to be in the contenders match.
Yeah, because he lost his spot when he quit, and then he come
Yeah,
back. Yeah. You don't get your spot back like that.
I feel like that should be a rule from now on. If you leave, if you're in a title match, then you come back, you got to earn it back.
So who it is? Will we insert him into that tables match and make it a four
Oh
way
yeah, the triple
tables?
threat. Let's make it a fatal four way.
And the winner of that goes on to
Sure.
that elimination
All
chamber.
Sure.
right,
Sure.
sounds
Yeah.
good. Amen. Oh my God, he's going to be in there with three giants. Oh boy.
Speaking of A man, ain't
Yes, but Amen is somebody that slept on. I think you and me have had many of discussions about this. Look at the victories he always picked up a big victory against Jack. He may have lost, but he was close until Jack did the Jack rap. But he
oh my
won
god,
against the Mighty at that contender show.
you're an asshole for that. Why you have to say that shit?
What?
Well, he, well,
Why,
he
why you have to
did.
say that shit?
He did though.
That's just the
Man,
sad
look,
fact.
but I had drank some water if I came out there. I
Oh
had to go
my
pee,
gosh, again.
and my knee
Was
had
it
been
on the floor
bothering
this
me,
time?
and I was getting ready to tell the referee that I couldn't wrestle because my knee had been bothering me. And by the time I knew it, he got me and he won the match. I really
Wait a
can't
minute.
really remember much.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What did drinking water have to do with your knee bothering you?
So I was drinking some water
Uh
to
huh.
take my medication for my knee, and it's just I really can't remember much from that because the medication kind of makes me drowsy. So it's a lot that was going on that day. But
Apparently, Big Bad Baby Daddy says that you went to Cancun and drank the tap water.
have no comment on that. And ask him how's his son, by the way.
Oh, see,
But
And
yeah,
yes, Big Bad Baby Daddy brought up a good point. He did him dirty with his own move. Yes, we will get to that when we get there, Big Bad Baby Daddy. We do need to move on in this card as somebody that Daryl's been becoming very familiar with. Rick Savage took on Scott Stevenson in Extreme
Brick,
Rules,
oh
Brick
God,
which
in this
Scott won.
bitch.
that was a crazy watch.
Oh yeah,
That was
yeah.
crazy. Especially the way the match went and then the way it ended.
I don't.
Scott
Is it? Is
just
it? Am I wrong when I say this? I'm not trying to be a douche at all because I'm just pointing out facts because of the status. Has Rick Savage even won a match in IWA?
I think he has one.
But it just seems like everybody he's been put up against, it seems like everybody just has had his number, if I'm not mistaken.
Is it? But you got to think about it though too. The matches have been bangers. Sometimes it ain't even about winning. It's about just letting your presence be felt too.
Oh yeah. He has made his presence known, but it looks like I'm just like pointing out like,
No, no,
has
no.
he won a match? Yeah.
I believe he's won one. But there's behind the scenes stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to make excuses for him, but his move set has not been completed. But I did want to run him because I thought I had a move set for him, but the move set I have is not fit for him.
He may not
So,
be winning, but like he's still putting on big statements. Like he's
oh
destroyed
man,
people.
yeah, because he was supposed to make a trip over to SPW, but due to travel issues, he couldn't make it. So Flash
Yeah.
had to fill in for him, but yeah, but we gonna get Brick right. We just gotta find out what fits him, and I think,
And you did
uh,
state that he's just still getting used to IWA compared to where he's
yeah, you
been.
gotta get used to that too. Okay,
Welcome, Walker Wall Street, the IWF Imperial Champion of IWF Wrestling. Welcome, sir. If you guys have never checked out Imperial Wrestling Federation, great pro wrestling company, go check them out over there in the UK.
okay,
okay. Swear I cut my e-fed teeth in over in the UK and Japan
Oh,
and all in there. That's
oh, I think you would love the UK. There's one team I would love to see Hostility face called the Flat Cap Mafia. Yeah.
hmm.
the Flat Cap Mafia would like to come to IWA. We would certainly like to face them, but we're as we started and as we should have stayed. Henceforth, are IWA exclusive. Johnson and Williams will be able to be seen nowhere else but IWA.
If I get in contact with them and talk to them about maybe doing something with like a call, I'll let you know. They have made calls before, but they mainly do the pro wrestling stuff and Walker Wall Street.
Okay,
They don't
okay.
call him the Big Red for nothing. That boy, Jesus, he's tall.
Hmm.
Whew. But the Flat Cap Mafia consists of these are the main two: Don Bronson and Butch Bronson, brothers, and they're vicious and they're brutes, and they remind me of hostility of the brute mentality. Would love to see those two teams face off.
That would be cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
if I could be transparent for a minute too, and this is me being blunt, I feel like Hostility has not had um, a decent run as a team since they started in DTK because towards the end the run was kind of shaky
Yep.
due to
Yep.
outside bullshit. But it's been, if you want to just be honest, it's been close to 2 years since, well, probably a little bit over that Hostility as the true form has had a decent tag run. So this is gonna be, I think this is gonna be one for the books right here because it's gonna be pure tag team wrestling.
Yeah,
So you can't beat pure. tag team wrestling. And that's something, if you talk to Daryl, that's something he always stresses. Tag team wrestling is tagging in and out, not tornado style, not multi teams. It's pure tag team wrestling. Tag in, you tag out. So
Well,
yeah,
that's what hostility. When I create okay, stepping out of the gimmick and everything. When I create hostility as a tag team, that's the kind of tag team wrestling. I create them for tag team wrestling. There was a lot of times, a lot of the places that we had been, a lot in DTKA, there'd be a lot of multi tag team matches, and when you do that, you take away the tagging in and out, and then all you really have is a bunch of singles matches going on in the ring. You go from you go from having a tag team match to, if you just have two teams having a tornado match, it's a fatal four way match. It's just two guys happen to be working with each other to the same thing. It's not tag team wrestling. It's cool. It has its place. It's cool when it has its place. It's just that's not what I built a tag team for, and that's what I kind of want to get people in the mind in IWA is, if you're going to have a tag team, build them as a tag team, because that's what they are. I mean, they even have it where you specifically assign it on the game now, and that was a new thing to 2K25, as far as I can recall, where
yeah.
you assign them whether they're either singles or tag. That wasn't always a thing. You could do that now, and when you do
Makes a
that, you have
difference
to,
too.
yeah. And when you do that, then you got to think, okay, well, how are they actually going to work together? What is this guy's strengths? What is this guy's strengths? What are their weaknesses? How can I make them? A lot of times in this scene, and Chris, me and you have talked about it, hostility tag team matches, Williams will be in for a while, and then Johnson will come in and he'll clean up, and that's how it's worked. And I mean, that's tag team wrestling. When you look at tag team wrestling, unless it's two small guys, well, then that's just a speed team. But usually got a guy that's a little smaller than the other. If you take like the Hart Foundation, for instance, Jim the Anvil Neidhart was the muscle, Bret Hart was the brains, and it worked. They played off of each other like that. Then you
Yep.
make a tag team, you got to think, how do you want them to work? What do you want it to look like? Because I don't know about anybody else, but doing this EFED stuff is, for me, it's not necessarily about winning or losing. It's about putting on a good show. It's about making good TV, as I like to say. And you can't make good TV if the product you're putting out there isn't made for the genre that it's in. So if you have two guys that are just two guys and they're good singles guys, and you throw them together and you don't do any other work on the move sets and all that kind of thing, then they probably do okay, but they're not going to do as good as a team that's made for that in this game. It's weird. It used to
Yep.
be when playing video games didn't used to be this in depth. You didn't have to be fucking Bill Cower to play a football video game. You didn't have to be Chad Knaus to play a NASCAR game. You didn't have to be damn near be Vince McMahon to play a wrestling game back in the day. These days, man, you got to really think about for a NASCAR game, what's the setup on your car going to be for a certain track. In a football game, well, how do I need to attack this specific team that I'm playing right now? Do I need to run more? Do I need to pass more? Do I need to focus on the blitz? You got to think about this shit. You got to actually know about. You got to know about the game you're playing. You got to know about football. You got to know about wrestling. You got to know about basketball, so on and so forth. It's weird the way video gaming has gotten, but yeah, that's. I say all that to say, once again, that's what I'm trying to get people to do in the tag team division, is think about how they're building the tag team, and how the members of the tag team are going to work with each other, and augment each other and things of that nature. It's And the funniest thing about it is, as passionate as I seem about it, I've never really gave a fuck about tag team wrestling. It's just something I kind of backed into because we didn't really have a choice in DTKA, and I just really started paying attention to tag team wrestling and looking at how it worked and how tag teams, worked with each other. And if you have a tornado match, or you have more than two teams in a match or something like that, you don't really get all that. And trying to get us back to, tag team wrestling. It's old school. I've been called the king of old school. I guess I am. We want somebody old school tag team wrestling. Let's see who's good.
Indeed. And you guys are definitely going to prove that with teams that you have to face. Like Mighty's going to be picking his partner, and we've already talked about the standard, but there's also other teams like the Shaolin Warriors. We also have the Eighth Day. We have Hustle and Money. We have the Headhunters. Like there are many possibilities and a great stable.
Loaded Label, Black Diamond Society,
Yeah.
Yep.
Echoes of Chaos is coming in.
Yep. I mean, I look forward to working with all of them, man. And like I said, we're not. I'm not looking to put hostility right into the title picture because we're not established at all in the tag team division in IWA. So there's no need for that. It wouldn't be fair, and it's not cool to anybody else to just be like, okay, this is hostility. They get a title shot. I don't like watching that on TV. I certainly wouldn't like watching that in IWA.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's going to be a work in progress. I don't know how good or how bad they're going to be. I haven't run any test matches with them yet. I got to go through Jeremiah's move set and find out which move it is he has. It has something to do with Fatu, so I can get that off of there. That's all I have to do with him. Then I have to re-upload them and they're ready to go. But I haven't run any test matches with them. I don't know how they work together as a team right now like they are. Should be fine. I use the same formula I've used with them anywhere else. But who knows? There's always somebody out there that can make a better call.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless. And speaking of hostility, one of your members, Crystal King, was in a match against Heidi Kruger, where Heidi Kruger walked out victorious.
And that goes
Yeah.
back to what I said earlier.
Goes back to the backstage shit, man. Goes back to the
Backstage
dogs in the yard,
shenanigans.
man.
Yeah, backstage shenanigans cost her the match. And as we all know, Autumn is a brainchild of strategizing and finding people's weaknesses. Because if you can remember, he broke down the whole team and or faction of Hustle and Money. Broke them down.
Yeah.
One by one, broke them down.
Yeah.
And he censored the mastermind of the team. He muted the guy.
And Amen was in the corner of Heidi, and Daryl was in the corner of Crystal during this matchup.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then after that, which is very interesting, Crystal was in the corner of Daryl, while Heidi was in the corner of Amen when they faced off, and Daryl Williams won his match.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Made him
that
tap.
was a close one.
Yes.
It was. It was. Yeah. It was a good match. Good competitive match. Could have
That
gone either way.
was. I'm gonna say this too. As much as Artem could have won that, I think Daryl needed that one only because he had seemed like he had been in a rough patch with the singles since him and Leo had their situation, whatever. So I feel like that was a good win because, as we all know, Artem is not easy to beat.
No, not at all.
He
No.
is him and Sir Scott Ryan are the two dogs of IWA, as we like to say. Artem is not an easy win. Sir Scott Ryan is not an easy win. You have to put in that work to beat either one of them. So to know that those two are going 1-on-1 Wednesday is crazy work.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
We got
that
some
was
big things happening
yeah,
Wednesday.
that
We
was
got
that
the
was
Women's Feast of Release happening on Wednesday as well.
yep. Which that will be interesting as well. Now I did talk to the loser of the match, and he was unaware that he was terminated. But I did let him know that I am willing to hear him out about possible redevelopment and what he wants to do. But I'm still waiting on him to respond. If there's no response, then we move on. But it is what it is. The rules were explained. I did choose the participants, so I'm not held responsible for that.
I'll say right now, you put me in charge of that one because that was a concept that you and me talked about for some time.
Yeah, everybody knew
And
the rules going in, so it's
yeah,
all good. That's just one of the
and look
things.
what happened. Subtitle matches were made from that too.
Yeah,
And Rumble entrance for the men's side of things. Now, for this one, there will also be the same concept where the first person will be released. Title matches and Rumble spots will be rewarded. in the
Which,
women's.
like I said, we have never had a concept like that before in wrestling history.
Yes.
So, and then we got a sneaky motherfucker walking around with a tag team title shot at that in Luke G. So we got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
That
Crap.
little sneaky fuck.
To be
So,
clear, when it comes to these title shots that they earn, I don't think we ever made clear. Are they supposed to actually call it a match, or can they cash it in as if it's like a Money in the Bank contract?
they could do whatever they see fit. Honestly,
Okay,
they
understood.
could do. Yeah, like I said, well, since we on that subject, Scar and Devo and Carly Red, they are officially holding briefcases, which I think that's the first time in history we've had two male briefcase holders because Scar didn't really get to cash in technically because Leo didn't see fit to face him, which was
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
that
that's
was
right. Yeah,
yeah, that was shitty of him because that guy the boss talked him out of cashing in on a special night, only for
yeah,
Leo to kind of trick him to get his hopes up, and then he just like, I'm not showing up. So yeah, that was
Well,
crazy.
Leo did show up, just not in the match because Joker was fighting for him.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what Joker was doing with Leo though. But hey,
And Joker is a part of this card, which we are almost to. But I think
yes,
you guys can agree with this next women's match that happened, Mona C versus War Maiden, where War Maiden won. That was a great matchup.
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but it's that like I kept speaking to that. I think it's more than we know that's going on with that. So I can't get into it, but everything will make more sense Saturday. I I get into that Saturday, but it's more than we know that's going on with that. But that was a decent match. Mona showed why she's a former IWA Women's Champion, so she did her thing with that one all the way.
Mona C has been dealing with the tags as of late, and welcome Unk Oatis.
No,
Welcome,
sure.
sir. Very huge honor.
Welcome, welcome.
Welcome aboard. IWA
And
Warroom.
yes, yes, exactly, Daryl. What did you think about the clash between War Maiden and Mona C, Daryl?
I didn't know that I necessarily thought War Maiden was going to win that one. Mona C is pretty tough. Um, Great match though. I'd like to see it again sometime down the line.
Agreed.
Mona C dropping one to War Maiden was that wasn't on my bingo card for the beginning of 2026.
And we all like Ward Maiden reminds me of a scary, like she's a scary individual. I'm scared of her. I'm not gonna lie. But Mona C, she's also nobody to be fucked with. So this was a brutal
Yeah,
one. It was a clash of styles.
but did are we missing the fact that they had people coming out with them?
That is true. Very true.
So Wildman came out with Mona C, which um I know Mighty was not happy about that because Mighty was against Mona joining whatever that group is called because they go by many names. Um, Somehow Britt Graves is caught up in that with them. Um, so it's and I even heard rumors about the fact that when Mona decides to use her rematch clause for the tag titles, apparently Britt Graves is her new partner because Goddess pinned Jackie Tyson, so Goddess has threw her name in the hat to be in the women's championship picture.
And I would imagine that they're still able to defend the titles under a free bird rule. And I don't think we've really seen much women teams with the free bird rule, I could say.
Oh no, we have not.
I don't think that has that ever been done ever before? I don't
No,
I
for
don't
a
think so. No.
championship when
But
Michelle
what I mean
McCool.
is like the tag titles. Unless you're doing it to a singles title, that's your choice.
Oh no, that's only a mighty thing, man.
Yeah, that's only a mighty thing. You're like, all right, so I'm Mighty's guy here. I'm gonna give it to Flash.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh, that's somebody that's been breaking out in waves, and he won the Feast or Released.
yeah. That yeah, like Daryl said, that was not on my bingo card neither. Him and Chaotic won world title shots in the span of what
Gee.
week?
Oh man, I knew Chaotic was going to blow, man. Flash just came in and did his thing. Chaotic's been a slow simmer for a little while though, man. I knew eventually Chaotic was going to catch and get it, but Flash, yeah, Flash is definitely one to watch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And speaking of those two, which we shall get to later, they were in a tag match in this show. But before we do get there, this steel cage match between Ari Hale and Joker, where Joker won. Joker pinned a former undisputed champion contender in Ari Hale,
That's
but
another
Ari Hale
one,
lost
man.
his shot.
That's another one that's been opening eyes here lately. Joker's on some different shit.
Yeah, that make you wonder, did he use Leo to kind of get his name in some shit? Because when Leo's like, I'm not fighting, Joker's like, I'll fight him. And then Joker beat him.
Yeah,
So um that will be a rematch too at corporate ladder because Scar won his lick back. I want to make it interesting, but I won't do that. I'll keep it like it is. But I thought to make the match interesting by putting the briefcase on the line. But I won't do that.
Ooh.
mm,
I,
Ooh.
I did think about doing that, but that's a
mm.
sticky situation because Scar has held that mug for a long time, and I don't want to
Well,
do that.
it's a sticky situation considering the fact that Scar wanted to cash in at end of the line, and it wasn't and didn't. And then he was gonna cash in again, and then Leo didn't show up, and then I don't know. I don't know about how dirty you can keep doing them. I mean, you can't put his briefcase on the line, and
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know that I would do all that.
yeah, that's why I was like, I thought against that because that'd be shitty. Because Scar is one of the next. I feel like he's one of the next babyface breakouts that's headed into the main event. With Daryl leaving the main event scene to reactivate himself in the tag division, we missing that void in the babyface side of it all. And with Jack recently turning heel, so now we have because we don't really know what Wildman and Dimebag really consider themselves tweeners. So if you kind of look at it now, almost all the world champions are heels.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
So
figure out when I became. When did Williams become a face?
well, yeah. Let me take that back because I did see your face when I said that.
When did,
As of now, it seems like the only face in the main event scene is really just Scar. Um, so it seems like we need to kind of get some more people thrown in the mix there.
some more
Well,
people.
you got Flash now too. Flash is up there, so we got two. Chaotic. I don't want to call him a face. He's more of a cool, calm, collective badass.
He's like fuck Norris. You know,
Yeah,
he's
he
like
kind of
the
just chill
yeah.
watching him. He and that lets you know that the formula works too with chaotic because he just sat back and just been watching. And his first opportunity, he pretty much did what he needed to do. So yeah, that's interesting to see. Getting back to Joker, that's that's interesting to see that. And it was pointed out that that style match is not his style match. He had been having trouble in those type of matches. If you ask Wildman or the Headhunters, he
Oh yeah,
man, and
he used to like losing a cage
yeah,
match.
and
Yeah.
24, he him and his psychopathic writers would always challenge the Headhunters to Hell in a Cell matches or cage matches and would lose. Now him and Wildman. what was it? No, the Young Bloods, Wild Man, and Shockwave had damn near an hour Hell in a Cell tag team match.
Yeah.
And God, that had to been one of the best Hell in a Cell matches I had ever seen. And it was a lot of drama, like real life tension with that match, like real life tension with that, to where I had to kind of talk to all parties involved because I think you had did a live with both men, and one of them got on here and started mocking the other, telling his story, and
Oh,
that turned into some real life heat. So that shit was crazy. But to see Joker now figuring it out, is Joker gonna be one of the ones who kind of insert himself into the main event scene? Because Ari is not an easy win neither, but he pretty much is he the reason behind Ari quitting?
Joker?
Yeah, Ari did walk out, but now he's gonna have to earn his way back in through El Nino, Big Lou, and Brick Savage. Brick Savage could be boosted up there. Big Lou could be boosted up there. Ari Hale could earn back his spot. El Nino could break out of nowhere. There are many possibilities in this contendership.
Ari Hale, man. They don't call him the Phoenix for nothing, dude. Ari Hale, if like a cockroach, man. Them motherfucker.
Yeah, water
He
bug. Yeah,
rises from the depths of Hades like a, what was the word you used? The phoenix? Like a phoenix from the ashes.
yeah.
Like a
He a
Phoenix
water
from
bug. You think you killed that motherfucker, and you said, "Bitch, 5 minutes later, crawling on you."
Yeah.
Man, he's
Well,
never gonna go anywhere.
you know
Yeah,
how it is in wrestling. We always have those ones that always keep popping up.
yep.
He's gonna be like Ric Flair and Terry Funk. He's gonna be in his 80s, still trying to put a
oh,
match on.
oh no. Good old Terry. Fuck Blair. Anyways, uh, last man standing. Scar versus Marco Santana. Scar won. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey, that Marco Santana, a big motherfucker though, wasn't
he is. Yeah,
Oh,
he is.
oh, he's big.
I wasn't
he?
expecting him to be that big of a fellow, given his name.
Man,
What did,
he a
what did you
beast in
expect when
trying.
you first saw him?
I
I
thought
didn't think.
Marco Santana was gonna be like a luchador or something. When but stereotypically speaking, a lot of times the Spanish fellas are luchadors and whatnot, and Marco Santana definitely sounds like a Spanish name.
Oh yeah,
Um, that's what I thought. He's not. He's a monster.
indeed.
Decent move set, but Scar
Yeah, yeah.
is Scar is on a mission. I feel like Scar kind of got it figured out. It seemed like he kind of see what he needs and wants to be, and I think he wants to be the guy that dethrones Leo. I truly believe Scar wants to be that guy.
I can see it. I
Oh,
can
don't
see him
fumble.
holding big gold one day. I really can.
And
Just don't fumble.
I don't know if you guys seen the new Legacy Championship because I redid all the championships. That's a bad motherfucker there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's crazy.
And speaking of crazy, this was a triple threat between the Cloud of Mystery, who's been making waves, versus John Ewing versus KD King Dominator, with a Cloud of Mystery won.
King Vitamin.
Oh my god, that was a nice showcasing of KD. KD been the mainstay in IWA. I guess one would call him an original almost because he's been around for a minute too. He's won almost all our mid card championships. Well, he has won all our mid card
I was about to say, I
championships.
thought you already said that he
Yeah,
did.
Yeah,
yeah.
him, Shockwave, and I want to say VJ. And it's one more person that if I'm forgetting, might be Shaolin King, have won almost all our mid card championships.
Yeah.
I think those are like the big three that you said. But didn't
hmm
Shockwave also hold world gold?
No, he got
Oh,
close. He got close.
okay, okay.
He got close. He would end up being Grand Slam.
Understood. And the only person that's a two-time Grand Slam is Big Bad Baby.
Yeah, unfortunately, he
Unfortunately,
yeah.
I
But yeah,
like
I
that.
think
I
the,
like that. I like that. Not many people have been Grand Slam champions in IWA. I like it because like you hear some now. Some of today used to be a big thing. Like when Shawn Michaels, he was like the first ever Grand Slam champion. It was like cool, man. Shawn did it, and it was a while before anybody did it again. Now everybody does it. Everybody in the WWE has been a Grand Slam champion. Everybody anywhere else. Not in IWA.
Because now they're just giving out title shots. I see what you're saying. They're just giving them out like they're candy.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
know
they're just
it's
like, hey, you get a title shot. You're going to win. You get a title shot. You're going to win. Oh, you're going to become a Grand Slam. Well, shit, man. Okay, fuck.
that's one thing I do pride myself on is not doing the hot potato situation. I stretch out the even though it's AI versus AI, I do try to stretch out the title matches. Now, if
But you
somebody
can't
gets
predict that is going to go a certain way. That's the beauty of it. You don't know which way it's
yeah,
going to go.
and that's true,
Yep.
you got some
Yep.
who will take care of business and retain VJ and
Jeez, that's
DMP.
survival of the fittest, man. That survival of the fittest championship fits
Jesus
perfectly for him.
Christ.
He is the survival of the fittest.
That tables match, VJ looked like Thriller after that match. That shit was crazy. But VJ, not to get off subject, VJ is looking to kind of get his name back out there too, because VJ was a hard hitter when IWA came out, and he kind of got quiet, formed his own. This is second faction he's on, and it's
Yeah.
obviously working. He brought in his cousin.
Faction jumping.
Yeah.
Oh, if we're talking about facts and jumping, we need to talk about Jack. I love the dude
Oh
to
my
death,
God.
but goddamn, bro.
Oh, Jack, the king of the Jack route. Mighty coined that the Jack route. He's won two matches that way. He even won the world title that way. So hey,
You're like, hey, I'm gonna borrow this.
yeah, that shit was crazy.
Well, that was a very impressive triple threat, and VJ continues to make waves as we move on to, I think, Mr. Daryl Williams may have a lot to state on this as two members of Hostility, Fuck Norris and Chaotic, took on the IWA champion Wildman and IWA Crown Jewel champion Dimebag Dan when it was challengers versus champions. And the champions won Wildman and Dimebag Dan.
Follow
Yeah,
me
so
over
yeah,
here.
Chaotic got choked out, but Chaotic was still injured. So I ain't gonna take nothing away, but you talked out an injured guy who was taken out by one of Wild Man's henchmen, and he just tried to get his feet back wet and got choked out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Welcome,
yeah,
Laura Wilson.
it's all good, and Norris did what he needed to do. He was taking care of business on the out. Well, yeah, he was taking care of business on the outside, trying to get Wildman straightened out because him and Wildman got a match coming up this Saturday.
Yep.
So Hostility could be the home of the new world champion.
They very well could be. That remains to be seen.
Crystal looking to win back her U.S. title.
What do
Yeah,
you have to say, Mr. Williams?
Crystal needs to straighten her bedroom out. Um, I mean, as far as that tag match goes, I mean, what do you expect champions to do? You expect champions to deliver. They delivered.
Yeah,
Um, I mean, Chaotic and Fuck Norris, they're in the same crew. They're in Hostility. They're not a tag team. Those two guys they faced weren't a tag team. They put on a good show. They put on a good match. You know, Chaotic got choked out. He was still nursing some injuries. We're not gonna make excuses. If you say you can go, you can go.
yeah.
It's all
And
good, man. You win some, you
when
lose
you are
some,
an
brother.
expert on
It was a
tag
good
team
match.
wrestling, Daryl, I would like to ask, how does it feel when you see two guys that don't team up against two guys that also don't usually team up, and then they put on a spectacular like that?
I like it. I like that too. I like that too because I mean, it still shows that it can work with people that are thrown together. I mean, you Crockett, Jim Crockett, they proved that when they were doing the lethal lottery shit back in the day. They just
Mm-hmm.
had to have people draw names out the fucking bowl, and whoever's name you drew was your partner. And yeah, if you have two solid wrestlers anyway. I mean, you can say like for instance, take Triple H and Steve Austin for example. You can put them two together, two solid singles wrestlers, and Steve Austin's got some tag background with him and Brian Pillman with a Hollywood Blonde. So you got a guy that's got some tag team, knowledge and experience in there with you, and I mean, it can work. It's just not
Stone
going to
Cold and
work
Triple H
as
as the
good.
two-man power trip went from
Yeah,
rivals to fighting all time to becoming a great tag team.
yeah, and it's still not going to get over as well as two people who have been a tag team for a while. I couldn't see I couldn't see a scenario where Steve Austin and Triple H beat like the APA for example, or like the Dudleys, or
Somebody that's well
um
established.
people
Yeah,
that have been up and down the roads together and have been a tag team and know each other like a tag team like that would know each other. I can't see a situation where they would beat them. I can't see a promotion booking a situation where they beat them. But it can work. I mean, it can definitely work. I just don't feel like it will work as good or should work as good as a seasoned tag team that's what they've been doing.
yeah,
I would venture to say you could bring Stevie Ray back and put Harlem Heat back together with Booker T, and they could go out there and they could run some people, into the ground, because that's a seasoned tag team. They know what they're thinking. They know what they're going to do. They know how to interact with each other. It's a different kind of thing. Wrestling psychology speaking, if you want to talk in those terms, just the fact of we're going to put, for instance, we're going to put the Rock and Roll Express up against the newly thrown together
Terry Funk and
Chris
Great Muta.
Muda. Oh, funky Muda, Jesus Christ. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
that'd be a really good match, but I see Rock and Roll Express coming out on top of that one because it's a seasoned tag team that's been a tag team and up and down those roads with each other. Blah 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 blah. It's It's like a lot of times it's been said that, there's been a lot of times with people that went in tag teams that didn't even like each other, but they worked with each other because it was the paycheck and they were able to work with each other. But still, those tag teams that didn't like each other were tag teams that lasted for a while,
yeah,
and they knew they knew what their partner was going to do, and all that kind of thing. It's a different kind of psychology. It's a different kind of mindset, which I guess is psychology too.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of strategizing. It's you can go into it. The way I look at it is you can go into a tag team match with a partner you've been with for some years, and yeah, you got to know the team that you're going against, but it don't really matter what that team's going to do. You just got to worry about what you're going to do. And if I know what I'm going to do and I know what my partner is going to do, we're going to drag whoever's in front of us. That's just
yeah.
the basics of it. I don't
Indeed.
have to think. I don't have to think about what comes next because this is what's happening next.
Yeah.
It's true.
Well said. And Leo, I just want to say, I think I came to the realization of something. When you were trying to join on the live, you're not trying to join on your computer, are you? Try to join it on your phone if you are trying to join it on a computer. I just thought about this now.
No, that would be interesting to have a minute.
Because it's just like every time anybody tries to join on their computer, that's when we have the most issues. So I'm like thinking, was he trying to join on a computer or his
That
phone?
or
I never really
make
asked that question.
make sure your messenger app is up to date.
Yeah, that too. Okay, so he said no. So okay. Well, anyways, there was a fatal four-way between the Big Bad Baby Daddy, Wes Grimm, the King of Chaos, as he likes to be called, versus Bishop Platinum and Flash in a fatal four-way with Wes Grimm walking out victorious.
Yeah,
Of course he
he
did.
yeah, he been having Houdini type of luck. I want to say since he's arrived.
And I don't know. He ain't been beat since he got the IWA. I don't know about how much luck I would call that. I've been in the ring with Mr. Grimm. He's a very formidable.
I've yet to. Find out why he even came to IWA. I guess we'll find
He
out
didn't
after a
come
while.
alone either.
No,
Because he
no.
wanted to be on because he wanted to be on the show. That's why.
Oh yeah.
That's like saying, why does anybody want to go to the WWE? Do they want to be on the show? What the fuck? What?
Yeah, we've even had fans watching who wanted to be on the show and got put on the show. And when I mean fan, I don't mean that in a derogatory way. We had one Bloodstone watch, and
Yep.
I just so happened
Yep.
to have his character, and he got in where he fit in. But yeah, Wes Graham is one of the participants in the Hell in a Cell. I mean, not Hell in a Cell, but the Chamber. So can he be the one to win it? Because Lewis West did say he wanted random.
Yeah,
So
he did.
that's
Lewis
gonna
West,
be.
man. That's a just need to
Indeed.
get out the yard and get in the ring, Lewis. Get out the yard and get in the
Huh.
ring, man. It's cool. You got something going for yourself. Don't worry about that. Keep the backstage. Get out the yard and get in the ring. That's all.
Well, we can say he may be a joker at times and he may be a horn dog, but the man gets business done in the ring.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
He's not called the wild child for nothing, and I have dealt with him in a lot of places, and Eddie told me about him, and I've gotten used to his antics everywhere I go.
A fun
um,
fact too,
no,
not to cut you off.
no,
Me
no,
and
no.
his Mighty and his father was supposed to mix it up before
Lucius.
his before his ultimate demise due to out of character Mighty slipping up in the live, which
Wait,
was unintentional. That kind of caused him to be terminated. But yeah, we were supposed to mix it up and have a feud, and that never happened.
Hmm.
And that sucks because that was a collision course that had a lot of build to it, and one innocent joke turned into a situation where he was terminated.
oof,
Oh, that
big.
sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, that does suck.
Yeah, it's funny how things work.
On this episode of Dark Side of the E-Fed.
Dude, oh my god.
Oh, there's an episode we could definitely talk about. I hope to get Lewis up here one day. I've always wanted him on here in general. I've never, like, he's always
I
been busy, and I get that. He also has a wife to deal with, and he also got a puppy children to deal with, so I understand that. And he has a job that's not always fun to deal with. Yeah.
oh yeah.
But,
I
yeah,
think we caught fire with the dark side of the E-Feds. Just speaking about that. The first two episodes were eye opening, and I think the pending third uh being the guy is going to be a very, very interesting watch whenever that comes out. But I think the ones that you got to wait on are the ones that's going to be the good ones because that took a long time to get off the ground, and I think it was worth the wait.
oh, yeah. And I
Yeah,
think everybody that wants to come on.
I think it'll be pretty much done after 3 episodes. Because what else is there to cover after those? But yeah,
Oh, you can cover a lot
it's
more
been good.
stuff as far as
Yeah, there's a lot more. Like I told
yeah.
you, Daryl, I don't know if you rewatched them, like I said, because there was
I did.
topics that were brought up with like the Mighty and Wild Man that he said it could be saved for another episode. And I'm like thinking
Oh
if
well,
there's
yeah.
something that probably we haven't talked about, you said that you probably would like to do one, and I feel like there is more to cover because there's a whole EFED world out there and different of subjects with different people talking. I'm trying to get my sister on here, Mary, that I've told you guys about. Very nice lady. Owns her own thing, TPW, and I would love to get her thoughts because she's definitely went through a lot in here. KD has as well. Josh
Jen,
Hopkins.
Jen, Jen
Huh?
from our group, Jen from our group.
Yes, Jen has also been through a lot, and I'm happy to see that she's found a home here in IWA. And she was the first one to step up to the feast or release concept with her ex-wife.
Yeah. And honestly, even though this is it's not a horrible subject, uh, I wouldn't mind seeing Daryl do one on the art of tag team wrestling. That's a dying sport. This that can be talked about. Because if you think about it, and I'm just being honest, if you think about it in E-Feds, everybody wants to be singles. If they're not singles, they want to be in a faction.
I mean, there could also be a dark side to that as well if you look at it.
Yeah, because you got jealousy in tag teams as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Some want to do
Like
singles.
that comes
Some want.
into real life because people will get like jealous of that fact that why am I being put to this part with this guy, or like I don't want to be teaming with this. And you guys went through a lot in different places together. You guys have
Yes,
been
I'm
through it
yeah,
together.
there. I feel like you would have a dark side of the E-Fed situation with, especially with the end of your run in DK and then the last two companies leaving out with the tag team titles in three different promotions. That's for sure. Just saying.
Yeah, that's like I feel like that gets into like blowing my own horn though, man. I wouldn't want
Not
to do it.
really. Not really, because
I
I
mean,
could
if you're
see if I could
expressing
see
yourself,
no, I could see if
that's
he
the
was a
thing.
no yeah, if he was a no name, I could see that. But you actually have some like I forget what you said, how you said that you have some teeth in the game. So you can kind
Yeah,
of yeah, you can kind of give your whole point of view of the whole situation, because I finally told you the story about why you were brought back to DK. That
yeah,
can be something that was something that was never told in its entirety. And I had told you about that, and that's not to say it was shady, but it was shady. And
yeah, yeah,
you guys kind of had to bite the bullet for that when y'all had nothing to do with that. You seen how that worked out for y'all towards the end. Y'all, yeah, everybody liked y'all, but then like it started turning into a whole politician type situation towards the end, because it's like, well, y'all was handpicked to do all this stuff.
yeah.
So now I always feel like it's so much to talk about in the E-Fed world, like the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Indeed.
So it ain't
Hey,
always.
that could be a good episode name.
Oh yeah, the good, bad, and the ugly. Shit.
Well, fuck it
That,
then. All right then. All right then. That'll be the episode that I do then. The good, the bad, and
The
the
good,
ugly.
the bad. All right.
shit.
Wonderful. We'll definitely get that set up for the future, my friend. Hell yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, man. Because I don't think, like I said, I don't think a lot of people appreciate E-Fed tag team wrestling, and that's why so everybody they'll want to tag, and then eventually I want to go singles. I want to go singles,
I
and then
I love all types of wrestling, but I love tag wrestling. Don't get me wrong, but I also am a big sucker for 6 man or 6 women tags. You know?
yeah,
Yeah.
ain't nothing
I don't know
wrong
how
with
you
that.
guys feel about those, though, but those are also like ones that are like when you get like 6 people in a good tag match. Oh my gosh, intense.
I'm a sucker for triple threat matches.
Triple threats are good too.
Triple threat matches are so hard to fucking get over though.
Yeah, they tricky.
Triple threat matches are it's hard because there's a lot of one guy. If you watch, okay, if we're talking about actual wrestling on TV,
Yeah,
if we're talking about actual wrestling on TV, and I've seen a lot of good triple threat matches, but there's a lot of one guy laying out for a while, and then
waiting for
something
spots and
happens,
shit.
and
Yeah, waiting on
yeah,
spots.
it's harder to it's like tag team wrestling in a way, as far as watching tag team wrestling on TV. And I had to, once I got into being, I was going to be a tag team and whatnot. I tried to research it and I tried to see how it worked and, see how everything looked and and, tag team wrestling is hard because the spots have to be planned out as far as like the actual wrestling. If there's something going on over here, okay, well, the two legal guys are in the ring wrestling, and these two guys on the outside are doing something. Is this spot big enough to take away from the two guys that might end up with a pinfall? Is what's going to go on out here worth shooting with a camera? And a lot of production, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. Once you put more than one person, more than two people in a match, man, it's crazy.
That's true.
And one of the greatest triple threats, like in my opinion, I like a lot of triple threats, but like this one's probably the greatest from ECW. Shane Douglas, Terry Funk, and Sabu that went to a time limit.
I would have to go back and watch that.
Please do. That one definitely was a great, great triple threat matchup. One that helped epitomize ECW. And when Shane Douglas threw down the belt, NWA could kiss my ass.
One of my
And I am
favorites
your
too.
new ECW World Heavyweight Champion. Now that was Oh my gosh, iconic.
If I had to choose, I would go with Benoit, HBK, and H at WrestleMania
Oh, at
20.
WrestleMania 20, right?
Yeah.
Yes, WrestleMania 20 is an underrated WrestleMania because of
Oh,
certain aspects of it. But like, look at the matches you had. You had that triple threat, Eddie Guerrero versus Kurt Angle, and you also had two different fatal four-way tag matches for tag titles. I believe Molly Holly versus somebody in a
Victoria,
hair match, if I remember
Victoria,
correctly. Yeah.
Victoria.
And then Undertaker versus Kane happened for the third time? Yeah, third time.
Third time, then you had Big Show, Cena, Evolution,
Yes.
Rock, and Sock.
You
Uh,
also had Goldberg versus Brock with Stone Cold as special guest ref.
that shit. It's crazy. You go back after all them years and you watch this shit and see how flat that match fell.
Hmm.
It was a
Yeah,
flat match.
that's the match that everybody talks about that really makes it to where that WrestleMania wasn't, because that's the match that everybody wanted to see. You know, no shit on the people, all the rest of the people that was in it, but everybody wanted to see Goldberg versus Lesnar, and then you throw Austin in there, who everybody always wanted to see Austin versus Goldberg. So you know him being a referee or whatever, he's going to get involved somehow, and
Yeah.
it just shit the bed.
And also at that time, Stone Cold was if I remember, he was the Raw co-general manager, but he also had a thing where he couldn't stunner people, but then he would go against that because he would also beat up Bischoff, his co-GM. And I believe
Yeah,
it was at Survivor Series 2003 where they picked five guys each to represent them. Bischoff chose Jericho, Mark Henry, Randy Orton, Scott Steiner, and Christian, while Stone Cold chose the Dudley Boys, Booker T, RVD, and Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton. That was the beginning of Randy Orton um, basically racking up Soul Survival wins because he was a Soul Survivor in many Survivor Series matchups.
Yeah. I don't think we had that yet in IWA. It's always
We
been
had
mixed.
Survivor Series matchups, but I don't know if we can have a record yet of
I
who's
don't think
been
we
like
had
the
Soul
soul.
Survivor yet.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's almost kind of rare because it looks like it was here like three or two remaining, right?
Yeah. And speaking, since that's crazy how we ended up on that because I have an announcement
Oh,
about that as well. So it was something that Ali had said to me and something Daryl had said too. So with the 6 to 8 man championships going away, I think that would be a situation where those titles would make perfect sense in gang warfare type of situations, to where the
the
winning
Game
team would,
War.
yeah, something like that. The winning team would win that instead of making them like a year round championship. They could be more of a seasonal situation, to where like the winning team could win those, make them mean something. Don't you don't want to water down something that don't need to be watered down. We not having 8 man tag matches all the time, so when we do have them, it'd be cool to have something on the line or something
It'd
to
be like
that
a rare
magnitude.
occasion
A
thing.
rare occasion type situation because we're not always doing those, and those
Yeah,
matches do drag a long time. We've seen it with Scott Wayne matches. And Earth says IWA, his match went damn near over an hour
yeah,
because he chose all those legends. So I
yeah.
was like, "Oh God, dude,
yeah.
that match was a long watch."
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Indeed. A lot of big
Mm-mm-mm.
things going to be happening for IWA this year. We got a whole year ahead. And speaking of which, we do have, before we go on to anything else, we do have one more match that we need to spoke about that you spoke about earlier when we first started this, Mr. Mighty, and it was the champion versus champion, IWA Unified Champion Lewis West versus IWA Legacy Champion Leo Blade, where Lewis West won, defeating Leo Blade with his own submission.
Yeah, and like I said, to that, we've had he's lost what 5 matches in a year,
Yeah.
and then the one guy who did beat him like 2 matches ago when he did lose his third match, Leo's like, "Cool, okay, you can have a title match, but face me in this match." Have you heard from that guy since?
Nope.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just being real. Have you heard from you? We have heard nothing from the guy since.
Yeah.
No.
So it's I feel like it's easy to beat Leo in one-on-one situations only because that's not his situation right now. So of course you're gonna be rusty in those areas when you have to do a basic one-on-one match, which he still can get the job done. But when you essentially have made yourself an Iron Man, it's hard to transition back into a regular match because a regular match can last anywhere from a minute to an hour.
Yeah, it's wrestling psychology. Once again, wrestling psychology. The wrestling psychology involved in an Iron Man match is very different than the wrestling psychology in a standard singles match. You don't have a certain time limit to be able to get a certain amount of falls in. You have to get that one fall. So you have to
That
think
is
about doing
true unless
things
it's under
quicker.
a time limit, not just Iron Man rules, but just under a time limit, depending.
Yeah, and
Yeah, even
he
just under a
is
time limit. Yeah, but
Yeah.
that.
you can't.
Yeah,
Under the format of being able to stretch the match and not have to worry about going ahead and getting this pin and being able to preserve the longevity of a match for lack of a better way to put it. Once Leo Blade, man, I've said it and I've said it. If you can't stay with Leo Blade, you can't beat Leo Blade. And in a singles match, it's not about having to stay with Leo Blade. It's about Leo Blade's got to go ahead and beat you. And it's just, it's just different ways. It's a different kind of strategy. It's a different gear to shift.
It is Bloodstone who just joined us for the first
uh,
time ever on IWA War Room. He is in here. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's
speaking of
goody, what's goody?
speaking of people who been debuting and making waves, he has earned himself, and I spoke with him the other day. Was it yesterday about him getting an X Division title shot?
How do you feel
Yes,
about that,
sir.
Bloodstone?
Feel great. Finna walk home with another one, you know?
And yeah, like I said, you earned it, man. We oh okay, I guess Daryl's phone died. We we do a we try to make it even Steven around here, so it's always you win, you get the opportunity. It is what it is. It's one of those situations.
I feel that.
Like I said, you earned your spot, man. It's even Steven. We don't. I know I don't do that. I don't know about any other promotions. I don't play favorites. If you win, you win.
And we will be seeing Bloodstone at Corporate Ladder, correct?
Corporate ladder in this Wednesday.
All right. Wonderful.
Can't wait.
So yeah, we want them companies. We'll throw you right in the mix. You don't really have to wait long. You can get thrown right in the blender and just see what we come up with.
For sure.
And we would love to have you on here again, Bloodstone. I would love to have an actual interview with you, get to know who you are if one day if you ever would want to. That'd be awesome.
I got you. Just let me know.
Wonderful, wonderful.
If, do you want to? Oh, yeah, jumped off too. Cool.
Hey, probably they have something to do.
Yeah,
Maybe they
yeah.
both got caught up. It was good to have him on here. I've never
Oh
had him
yeah.
on here.
Oh damn, that is cool.
This is history making right here because this is his first time on one of the lives in general. I don't know if he's ever done lives before, but dude, would be great to have him on.
Oh yeah, man, that'd be cool. We got kind of got away from that. Oh shit, girl, let's go back on the ground. Shit, I'm gonna fall off the damn couch. Shit.
How's your dog and wife feeling, by the way?
My
Seriously.
wife she's getting better. She's she don't know if it's she think it's stress from work. She's been like I say, that's a new transition for her. So you got to deal with a lot of catty bitches. That's the way I'm looking at it. She's dealing with a bunch of catty bitches who want you to learn a job in a fucking day.
Yeah.
So I think that's the issue she's running into, dealing with a bunch of catty bitches.
Did Daryl just say he got banned from Facebook?
What?
I'm a holler at y'all later. Gonna do some ban from Facebook stuff. Huh? Uh, Everybody's just like getting kicked off, I guess. That was weird. Can you hear me?
Yeah, my bad. I
No,
don't even
you're
know what
good.
happened with
Apparently,
mine.
it says right here, I'm a holler at y'all later. Gonna do some banned from Facebook stuff.
Oh, I know what he's talking about.
Did he get banned?
No, give me a second. I'll give you a hint. Give me 1 second.
Oh, understood, Bloodstone. Have a great day at work.
If you catch my drift, put it in the comment section.
Okay. Is it sad?
Yeah, but
Oh. Ooh.
okay. But yeah,
Oh.
yeah, she's just dealing with a bunch of BS at work and it's stressing her out because going from a calm situation to a catty situation can't be easy. I'm sure, and she went from working the mailroom to working in the hospital. That shit got to be chaotic, no pun intended. But
Yeah.
speaking of, like we were saying with the whole Leo thing, yeah,
Prayers to your wife and dog, though. Prayers
oh
to your
yeah,
wife
yeah,
and dog.
they doing better than they were before. My wife actually just went to the store. They having a vitamin sale, so she's going back to get her vitamins, whatever. But
Yeah.
she's doing the best she could do. We're just trying to stay positive going into the new year. The
Heck yeah.
dog got her doctor's appointment next Saturday, so
Well,
they're doing good
hopefully,
though. Thanks for
heck
asking.
yeah. Of course.
But yeah, Leo situation, dude. Like when you working the way he works, you're not gonna win every match. Like you just not. The dude works himself into the ground half the time. It was one time, I swear to God, I think I booked that dude on every show, and I was running shows almost every other day, it seemed. And he was almost on every last one of them.
And he probably won all of
And he won almost all the matches. So it's
them.
like, who else can lay that claim? So he's allowed to lose a couple of matches, dude, and it's not the end of the world. It's like, he's allowed to lose a couple of matches. He's allowed to have an off day. Like, shit, it's cool. It's just one of those situations where it is what it is. So it's just that be a lesson to anybody. You can have an off day, but that don't take away from who you are. And even when he was being hackled, he handled it like a champion. He just okay, cool. I'm not gonna sit up here and fall for the okey doke and get tricked out of my position. When he was being goaded into defending his championship in a champion versus champion match, he was not gonna go for the okey doke. He's like, no, I lost. Cool. Yeah, what to do? Boop, boop, boop. And just went on about his business. Some people, it's hard for them to lose matches and try to figure it out. They can't do it.
Yeah,
That's it's it. I hate to say it. It's an art to losing. It's an art to winning. Everybody
indeed.
can't do them. Like sometimes it's hard to lose. Some people can't fathom that they could ever lose a match, but you can lose. Some people can't fathom that they can win a match, and then when they win a match, they get complacent.
Yeah,
So it's just one of those situations. You just got to figure it out along the way. So
indeed. And how long could that, like, because that was just one lucky win, like, no doubt to lose his ability. But Leo is not easy to beat. If you go the distance with Leo, that's cool. That solidifies you. But at the same time, that only could go on for so long.
yeah. Because the thing about that is, it won't happen twice. So that's the thing about that is you beat him, but could you do it again if the circumstances was more along the lines of what he's used to? And that
Yeah,
is going to be the situation where, yeah, I'll take the match, but then you take the match, and then it's like, oh shit. And it's kind of like, fuck, okay, cool. But like I said, Lewis is good either way. Like he's
yeah,
he picking up where his dad left off at, if not better. So
Yeah, Lucius has been focusing on business side of things for the RCW promotion that him and Eddie do, but Lewis has definitely been making waves everywhere he goes. The Wild Child is always ready for a fight. I can't wait to see what else he does with that undisputed championship. And the comment that he made? No, I don't want special treatment. I want the same amount of treatment as the other guys. Now that's a fighting champion right there.
yeah, nice fighting champion. Because I know Mighty wouldn't do no shit like that. Mighty would want the advantage.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder between the four men, Big Lou, El Nino, Rick Savage, and Ari Hale, who is going to be the sixth man entered into that chamber?
It makes you wonder, huh?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
And if he
Well,
retains, what's next?
yes, that is a big question. Like, what is next for him? There's a lot of possibilities with the Legacy Rumble coming up.
Yeah.
And that is really what I had to cover with you, my brother. Is there anything else that we should cover?
Not that I can think of right now.
All right.
Catch me in
Well,
that work.
also, you need to get your rest when you can.
Mm-hmm.
And you work later on tonight, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes, sir. 6 o'clock.
Well, good luck to you, and I hope you do get your rest. And thank you for joining me for War Room. Thank you to Daryl. Thank you, Bloodstone. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. This is always fun to do. And stay tuned for episode 3, Being the Guy of Dark Side of Efeds, which will be brought to you by Leo Blade on his thing for Zoom. He's going to get that solved out when that happens. But episode 4, the good, the bad, and the
And the
ugly
ugly.
will be with Daryl Williams.
And a future episode of War Room with Bloodstone.
Yes, yes, sir, yes, sir.
So that'll be good too.
Indeed, indeed.
But thank you for going over with me.
Of course, brother. Anytime, anytime. Next time we are on here, we shall be going over the Wednesday show and Corporate Ladder. Possibly we'll have 2 different war rooms. And it looks like your former tag partner has just showed up in the Shaolong King.
What up, D-Ron?
D-Ron. I like that name. D-Ron. D-Ron.
Wrong.
But we hope everybody has a great day, good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever y'all may be, and peace out.
Peace out.